we will be discussing Better Broken by Sarah McLachlan. Better Broken is the 10th studio album by Canadian singer-songwriter Sarah McLachlan. It was released on September 19th, 2025. It is her first album in 9 years. She states that this album's lyrics are inspired by her thoughts of the state of the world, and her goal with this album was to provide people with some relief and release from it all. So, Eric, your initial thoughts on this album?
So I feel like we're very familiar with Sarah McLachlan because she's Canadian,
Yep.
and she's sought musician in Canada. I wouldn't say she's like crazy popular, but like Celine Dion kind of takes that, or Shania Twain, they take
Yep.
that kind of
Yep.
female singer realm. But like, I mean, I would say Sarah McLachlan and Diana Krall are pretty like similar in their careers
Right. Yep.
on what they've accomplished. Like they were really big when they started, and
Mm-hmm.
they definitely deserve their place. I actually quite like this album. It was very like Sarah McLachlan's a really good songwriter. She's
Mm. Yep.
incredible songwriter. She's like great vocalist. I mean, it's amazing uh, how good she sings, and it's more of like a softer tone. So you're not getting like anything crazy like Celine Dion, right? Or anything like that. And I'm comparing to Canadian artists because she's Canadian. And this is from our last episode. We're being sanctioned by Canada government to do 33% Canadian.
Yeah.
This
Yeah. The
is
CRTC is after us. We
yeah.
need to incorporate more Canadian
I
content
know.
on this podcast.
I'm just kidding. We weren't forced to do that. um, I really quite enjoyed it. I think reminds me with Katie Gavin. That was probably my favorite song in the album.
Oh,
Um, it
nice.
was kind of a unique. I like how she plays with a lot of minor and
Yep.
like diminished chords in her songs. I don't know. I quite enjoyed it. It's very soothing. Like it's not like anything um like outgoing or anything like that. It's actually pretty like a melancholy colony album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's even represented in the song length times, right? Like this is clearly not going for pop radio or like a
Mm-hmm.
hit song, because all these songs are clocking in at like 4 minutes, high threes, almost 5 minutes on some of them. Like
Mm-hmm.
definitely too long for radio. Like I think there's like one song on this album that's suitable for radio in terms of like song length. So there's a very clear like, objective with this album that it's not going to get radio play, at least on the pop charts for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's very melancholy, this album. My first complaint, I'll go with the complaints first. I don't know I don't know, Eric, if you had this same issue, but all the backing vocals, all the harmonies, I had
Mm-hmm.
problems listening to it. It made me like squirm in my body, because like I don't, something about how they mixed it, or like the delay they put on the backing vocal, or the amount of reverb they put on it. It's like if it feels like it's unsettling for me.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of, and I'm curious to see how you're going to take this comparison. It reminded me of like something you'd find in an Enya album.
Yes, yeah, no, that's yeah, it's like this weird like
Mhm.
yodel type of thing,
Yeah.
right? It was like I didn't like it. Every time there
Mm,
was like a backing vocal or a harmony, I was like,
mm.
it should have just been the bare voice, just the lead vocal. Like it would have been so much better. Um, that was my major complaint to this whole album. I think there was only one song I really liked the backing vocals. I feel like it might have been the last song. I can't remember anymore. But like the whole album, whenever there was a harmony, I was like, this is so unsettling. That was like my major
Mhm,
complaint about this album. Other than that, it's a very soothing album. It's like
mhm.
it's definitely not a Rage Against the Machine hype type of album. Do not
No.
go into this thinking you're gonna get that. Um, but it was nice. The songwriting like was great. but it's very, I'd say it's very drawn out, like especially when
Mhm.
you hit like that 5 minute mark. It's like, okay, this song is really taking its time through the motions and all that, which fair enough, that was probably the objective, but
Mhm.
I don't know, it was a little bit dragging overall.
Yeah, definitely, and I would say this is, like, your definition of traditional singer-songwriter category,
Yep.
because, people who are thinking, "Oh, like, Sarah McLachlan," most of the pop media will, I guess, classify her as, like, pop or soft rock,
Yeah.
but they'll also consider some Ed Sheeran songs soft rock, but I wouldn't compare, like, don't think that you're listening to, like, an Ed Sheeran song, right?
Right.
Or anything like that. I know we were bashing Ed Sheeran earlier, but like Ed Sheeran like is good with the loop pedals and all that stuff. Like this is very like very the same level. You're not there's no real ups and downs
Yep.
in the songs. Which funny enough, I tried to listen to it today and being up at 3:30, I was telling Kim earlier on the podcast, it was definitely putting me to sleep a little bit. And I was like, it's good, but and it wasn't because it was like boring, it was just very soothing. Like
Yeah.
I think the songwriting is good and like the lyrics are really well written in this album, but I do agree with music like this, you can't really draw it out because going on the 5 minute mark, it's almost like you're becoming in that like progressive time,
Yeah.
like for a progressive like rock song or something or
Yep.
song,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So you can only listen to that song for so many minutes.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Ben, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Yes, it's been a
Ben
while.
Thornlow, what's up, buddy?
I hope you listened to the new Sarah McLachlan album.
Yes, I do too. Yeah.
Give us your thoughts. Um, Maybe this is more a reflection of how the world is today, but listening to this album, it made me a little bit sad because I think the overall theme of this album when I was listening to it lyrically was very much like old school early 90s, like hippy dippy sort of let's hold hands, let's rise above everything, let's get through all the adversity in life, and like, all the happy things about,
Mhm.
let's all tackle, like, poverty and famine and everything. Let's do this all together and work towards a positive future. Especially on the song Rise, it felt very much like We Are the World type of song. When I was listening to that, in my head, I was like, man, this is sort of cheesy. And then I thought, I think that's just a reflection of how bad of a person I am now. That I think that the message of let's all hold hands and work towards a positive future is like too cringy to make into a song. So it made me a little sad about, like, I view this world very negatively.
Yeah. It's like, shut up, you dirty hippie.
So
Yeah.
I
Mm,
think that's the one thing. Like lyrically, this album is very positive, and it tries to be, it's mellow, but it tries to be uplifting and sort of like
mhm,
positive about like how the world is, or at least identifying like all the bad parts of the world and saying it's okay, things are gonna be all right. That's the general
mhm,
vibe I got from this whole album. I just don't know how that translates in terms of a message to the mass population, because
mhm,
I don't know. I think we're sort of beyond the 60s of like the Beatles, love, peace, and war type of thing, right? Like,
absolutely. It's a different time era.
yeah, I think like the human
Yeah.
race, I just don't think We Are the World, like the Live Aid thing, I don't think that can happen today, which sucks.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I
Like,
think people are too greedy and self-centered.
yeah, and it's like not that long ago either. So it's like
Mm.
it's sort of messed up. That's my main point.
Or maybe we're just getting super old and we're becoming like the typical old man.
Yeah,
We're like,
maybe.
"Hey, you're making so much noise down there."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if like the younger generation growing up, they'd be more receptive to like this type of messaging as we probably were when we were younger. I just don't. obviously Sarah McLachlan is not the spokesperson for the younger generation, but like
Absolutely not.
listening
Yeah.
to this coming from a more mature artist, and we're, I would say, more mature listeners, the messaging for me, I was like, I don't know. I don't really believe it. I get that you believe it, but
Mhm.
I don't think I believe it.
You make a very good point, because like if she came across like just based off of her career level of career and how old she is and her views of the world, like it would be, I would say, well received if she came more of like that stoic kind
Mm,
of approach to her lyrics, right? Rather than the like the peace, love, and war
yeah, yeah, yeah.
kind of thing. Because then it's like it's more understandable, it's more mature. But you're right, like she is a mature artist, and it's very like back in her era almost.
Yeah, because she definitely was part of that like Lilith Fair,
Mhm.
like women empowerment type of movement. Like she was a big part of that, and like I assume she still carries that sort of fire with her today, which
Mhm.
was probably reflected in this music. I just don't know in today's climate. Like
Mhm.
for me, it didn't resonate, which is I think more reflection on me than on the artist.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I don't know. It was, I like the messaging. It's just I don't know. I feel like if this was in the early 90s and this came out, I think it'd be way more, people would
Well
be
received.
way more receptive to it.
Yeah.
It felt almost like a time capsule type of record.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
It did have that 90s era feel to it.
Yeah. Anyways, final thoughts, ratings, Eric. What are you gonna give this one?
I mean, it's not a terrible album. It's not bad. Like if you're wanting to just chill and relax, maybe you have anxiety and you need something to bring that anxiety down, you can listen to this album.
That's true.
Um, I, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
Oh, nice.
7 out of 10. Like I didn't hate it. I liked it, but I didn't like love it.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I'm sort of in that same bucket as you. Like it obviously, like for me it wasn't a great album, but I didn't dislike it. Outside of the harmonies and the backing vocals, which I really hated. Like I didn't dislike the album at all. I
Mhm.
enjoyed listening to it. I just don't think it was like a great album. So, I'm going to go with a 6. Yeah, 6 out of
Okay.
10 for me, cuz like it's a good enough album. So, 6 out of 10. Yeah.
Right on.
All right. So that was our discussion on Better Broken by Sarah McLachlan. We're gonna wrap up here, but we're taking the next week off. I'm off to do some traveling locally. I'm not going to the States, so I'm not gonna cross the border. But I'm gonna be away for next week, so we're skipping next week. But that does give us an opportunity to dig in a
Mhm.
bit deeper on the record that we're going to be listening to and discussing, which will be the highly anticipated "The Life of a Showgirl" by Taylor Swift.
Mhm.
That will be the next album that we're going to be talking about in 2 weeks. I don't know if, like, I get it. It's very hyped for the Swifties, but I'm not hearing a lot of buzz outside of the Swifties, which is strange.
I I had to say, this album art is probably the worst album art she's ever made for this. Like, it looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like she's in like Jello, like
Oh yeah,
clear Jello.
yeah, yeah. It's not very good. I actually do not like it. The album cover. I don't know
No,
why they
the
chose this.
album cover 0 out of 10 so far.
um, but I'll be interested because it is a Max Martin produced album slash songwriter. So it should be a pop record, a big pop record, if it's
Mhm.
anything up to Max Martin standards. But I just don't hear any hype about it. So we'll see. We'll see
Mhm.
if it really becomes the big album of the year, which I would be surprised, to be honest.
Michelle and Savannah are going to the movie theater release party for it. There's a theater release for this?
Yeah, so we didn't cover this in the news, so we might as well talk about it now. But the theaters across, I believe, North America and possibly also Europe, there are release parties. So you can buy tickets to your theater, and then you can do an album listening experience there. I assume it's a whole feature film. They'll probably have like, backstage videos and like recording videos and stuff, but it's essentially an album release party that you can attend at the theaters. It is expected to generate roughly anywhere from $30 to $50 million for Taylor Swift.
Why did you say that to end the episode? Like that this particular event will generate this much money, which is in the millions. God damn it.
I was going to talk about that in the episode that we talk about this album.
Oh,
That's why
see.
I sort of
Okay.
saved it. But
Fair
since we're on the topic, it's just going to generate a shitload of money for Taylor Swift.
Oh, it's insane. It's insane.
It's insane.
Like I bet you could have a release party for her just like feeding her cat at the theater. And emptying the litter box, and then all these people would show up.
There definitely would be people showing up for sure.
Anyways, I'm done acting.
Anyways, thanks everyone for tuning in. This is a Crossroads Music Podcast. We're off next week, but we'll be back in 2 weeks' time to discuss the new Taylor Swift album that's coming out soon. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch us on Spotify, Apple Music, all the places where you get your podcasts. I didn't shout out the URL, twitch.tv/the Crossroads Music Podcast. We're here at 10 p.m. ET, 7 p.m. PT. 7 p.m. PT. We'll be here in 2 weeks' time on Monday. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will catch you all next time.